Welcome to 3 with Z with me, Rob Kosovich. This is a podcast where a couple of friends get together and talk about pop culture and whatever's on their mind for the week. Joining me as always is the Pazuzu to my Demi, Christian Z. Hi, Christian.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Good morning, Rob.
How you been, Christian?
I've been good. Other than my best friend coming in with a piss poor attitude today and underlying resentment about being late all the time.
There's no resentment on my side or resentment on your side?
No, I'm going to be now that we could fucking talk. I've been sitting here like it's church, waiting for the pastor to start his eulogy here. Whatever
I was here right on time today.
You were here right on time. I get you that you were right on time, but you're giving me an attitude as if I say that you're always not on time. You threw a jab at me. You said I'm on the Meadowbrook, which is a long-running joke because I was always late, and
your lie was I'm on the Meadowbrook.
But I was on the Meadowbrook.
And you were still laying in bed.
The Meadowbrook is literally in between me and Rob's houses. So I would say to him, that was like my 5 minutes out. The way I used to live my life, I don't live it like this anymore.
It was just that it was never 5 minutes.
If you're 5 minutes, like if I say I'm 5 minutes away, it's really, you can be anywhere from 10 to 15. If you're 20 minutes away, if I say I'll be there in 20 is really anywhere from 30 to 40. An hour means you have a long, long time to wait. I don't even know if I'm showing up. That's the way I used to live my life. But I've been meticulously on time now. Yeah, I would say since being sober. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So what's your excuse?
Oh, I didn't get sober. So now it's swung back around the other way. Or now my late is starting to grind on you, I think.
No, I kind of you remind me of a better time, a better. All right, so let's. This week, a lot of stuff happened, and in general, normally we do our 3-topic format, but I have so many little jabs I wanted to discuss in our first one here just to catch everybody up, kind of.
Okay.
But our topic, your topic for this week is going to be?
So topic number 1 is going to be Project Hail Mary, the new Ryan Gosling movie that came out.
Awesome.
Topic number 2 is going to be, you want to talk about some local news. The release of Justin Timberlake's arrest body cam footage.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And for topic number 3, you're going to talk about 28 years later?
28 years later, The Bone Temple, the sequel, but we're obviously going to talk about the original as well.
The 4th sequel? Yeah.
The 4th sequel, yes. And I do have to throw in, because I don't want to... I've been watching a lot lately. My fiance is currently doing her midterms, so I have a lot of free time in my hands. Other than Elden Ring, I caught up.
How's middle school going for her?
Oh, very good, very, very good. It's so hot yet so inappropriate what you said. All right. No, I watched a series called The Good Lord Bird, which I wanted to talk about with Ethan Hawke. Was really good. I finally saw Marty Supreme. I want to talk about the Safdie brothers movies a little bit, and then also, to throw in here, yes, I am stalking you as a PS5 friend of yours. I do want your opinion on Crimson Desert before I purchase it for $69.99 on the network.
Before we started recording, you asked me about that, and my heart fluttered. I couldn't believe that you've just been watching what I'm doing on PlayStation. I felt a little violated.
The reason is, so the way the PS5 the main screen works is because Elden Ring, which I am still playing and I still hate it, I'm still miserable, but I'm caught in it. There's so many loading screens. I go back to the bottom taskbar to see maybe another game that could get me out of this funk. So I always look at like my 20 friends and what they're playing. You play Baldur's Gate a lot, so that one we talked about nonstop. And I'm not a real big
it's not for you.
It's not. I kind of want to play it.
Well, no, it's D&D and it's turn-based.
Thank you. Yeah,
it's two things that I don't think you have any time for.
But I did see the ad for Crimson Desert, and for me, this is how bad Elden Ring is as an addiction. Is it a watered-down Elden Ring that probably plays better and is not as hard and is probably a better game, but no one will admit it?
So the way I got sold on Crimson Desert is, imagine Red Dead Redemption and Breath of the Wild. They're like thrown together.
Okay.
In one game.
Yeah.
And it's less Breath of the Wild and more Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Without any of the best parts of those games. Like,
is the story shit? Is that what you're saying?
It's not shit. It's just very generic. You're a mercenary guy fighting in a fantasy kingdom for revenge.
That's never been done before.
No, but it's been criticized a lot for its story and its dialogue. Like the main character Cliff is a non-character. He's just a guy. He's just a
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? But like he goes out and he just helps people. And like after playing like Ghosts and stuff, like there's so many, and Red Dead Redemption, there's like these morally complicated characters and stuff. It kind of feels good to just be a good guy who's just people are like, hey, will you help me? And you're just like, yeah, I will. Because
You have no option to be
I'm
bad.
a great main.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, there's no options. They give you the quest and you go do it. But like the world is gigantic. So it's walking around feels like Breath of the Wild, where you're just walking around exploring things. Mm-hmm. And then they all the way down to there's a mechanic where like you can grab something and like turn it and move it.
Oh, they ripped it off.
There's you can climb everything, and your stamina bar goes down in a spiral like Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
Like so imagine Breath of the Wild, but it looks like Red Dead Redemption. Where
Okay.
So I've been spending a ton of time just like petting my horse. I pet every dog I meet.
You said that when you play, I'm not even making fun of you. When you played Red Dead 2, you liked exploring way more than actually pushing the storyline.
Yeah, yeah. The Rockstar's like mission design isn't fun. Like so much of it is just ride your horse to this place and talk to somebody, and then you get into a fight, and like all you really want to do is fight people.
Especially in Red Dead, though. I agree with you on that
and
one.
so like it's a lot. GTA is the same way though. You get in a car, you drive across the city, and then you get to a mission.
Yeah.
And like this. It's really funny it's not on the box, but in the description of the game, they like put that as a pro thing. They're like, oh, you can
not play the game.
Yeah, you ride around with your friends and they talk to you and like explain what the story to you. So like I'm like 15 hours in. I really like it so far, but it's weird. It's janky.
Is it worth $70?
I'm not upset about spending it on.
Okay, that's an honest
But like
opinion.
So like I know the IGN review, they had 110 hours in, and they weren't done with it yet. And that's a reviewer professionally playing it. So
Do you think it needs a patch? You're saying?
Yeah, I think it's been patched twice already.
Wow.
Like because like initially there was like no inventory. There was like you had like 20 slots and that was it, and people were rioting about it. So they've already added in more storage. You can just you can hide everything away because there's a ton of like crafting and stuff. You go like Red Dead Redemption, you go fishing and you can collect.
Yeah.
There's the whole cooking thing from Breath of the Wild is in it. So like,
does it have a little song jingle like Breath of the Wild does?
Not nearly as good. So it does everything that specifically these two other games do. But it doesn't have like the genius that like Breath of the Wild might be the best game ever made, right?
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have like that. It has all the pieces of it, but it kind of it makes me like Breath of the Wild even more because like that little jingle of cooking. It was like, man, I want to go cook, and like in this, I have to cook because I need health and stuff. But like it's not that like that straight dopamine thing of cooking in Breath of the Wild. So like it's just everything's really good in it, but none of it's great yet. And I don't know if it is ever going to get great, but it's going to be really good, I think.
Okay. We've had this discussion, I think, once, but it was a long time ago here, how the idea of patching a game, the ability to do that, you said to me once, it was a blessing and a curse in a sense that, like, we used to get a game and that's the version we played. Because of this, though, that they've released games that probably really shouldn't have, but they're like, all right, we could just put it out now, release it, and patch it.
Yeah. Right, they've gotten much more about hitting the deadline, and they don't care about
other than Rockstar, I guess. Other than GTA 6.
You have to be that big of a company to not care about the deadline. Like Blizzard used to do that before they got bought by Activision. They're just like, oh, it'll be out when it's ready. But that's why you put out a game every 10 years,
and it's good, yeah.
Right? But and that's what Rockstar does now. We'll release it when it's ready. Compared to like Cyberpunk 2077, it was the follow up to Witcher 3, and that came out. That had some of the biggest hype I've ever seen for a game before it came out, and it released
horribly,
unfinished.
Yeah,
and it got a lot of backlash about it, and people were saying that it's a great game, but you did have to wait for like a year after it came out to play it.
Yeah.
I played it on release, but I played all the Bethesda games on release. So I played Skyrim before without any patches, and like
That's pretty cool.
Those games are a mess, but like you just kind of deal with it, you know.
We also just bought one too. We were talking about we're big fans of Borderlands. We like playing that as a co-op, but we purposely waited for a patch because the reviews were so bad on the first cycle that came out.
Like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine eventually, but
Yeah.
like the rush to get a game like the day it comes out isn't
there anymore. The allure of it, yeah. But
like the only reason it's kind of like seeing a movie. Like the only reason, or watching a show on streaming, like the only reason to do it when it comes out is to be part of the conversation when it's out. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's interesting, but sometimes you can just wait.
Yeah.
You know.
that might have been your best review. Like, I'm not talking about for the show because we've only done 5 episodes here. Congratulations on the Big 5.
Oh, Big 5.
Can we get an applause, Tony, on that one? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't apologize for it. As soon as I find it.
Say it again.
Can we get an applause for the 5th episode here? There we go. What other sounds do you have that I could ruin your day with asking to... Do you have the chicka?
No.
Damn it.
I think that's technically copyrighted.
That's definitely copyrighted. Chicka chicka.
I think Yellow owns it.
If you put on headphones, you can hear what I have.
I have to put on the headphones to the clip anyway, so put your headphones on.
You have the jungle.
I like the jungle.
That's when Rob walks in.
That's when you walk in.
Oh, the siren's gonna be used today. Gunshot, broken glass.
Bowling ball.
Oh, that's
That was me when it was in my mouth an hour ago. All right. Is that a rape?
Might be a honeymoon.
I am getting married, by the way, everybody. So
congratulations.
Thank you, Rob.
Is
Thank
that
you.
happening soon?
That is happening soon. You ever have your head that's so big that you can't use headphones? There we go. All right, the other one I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to play this clip here. This is our first time, by the way. We are live on Governor's Podcast on YouTube. So wave, say hello. There you go. I'd like to say hi to all the new fans out there. You still are getting your ticking up in India, by the way. And Alaska, you have your same 3 followers that really like you. So.
That's everybody up there.
Yep. Here's my clip. I have a few clips this week. I've been texting to you, by the way. I will figure out a way to save them properly. But as big wrestling fans, one of our favorite characters isn't a character that's even in the ring. We call him Mr. Cena. It's when John Cena gets hurt and offended when people are... And I'll give him this. Like, he's not a dick. That man probably goes around and he gets stopped every 10 seconds. I will give him that.
Yeah.
He's always polite, but he's...
You think he's one of the most like visibly recognizable people in the world?
To children, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
Well, because like people have never watched wrestling know who John Cena is.
Yeah, he's transcended it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I think, I imagine every room he walks into.
And mind you, I actually think he's actually a good person. Like, in most Make-A-Wish. Like,
Yeah. He seems.
I also think he did that for the challenge of it. Like, he's a big goal, like, setter. Like he doesn't want to be the...
Right, he did like 3, and then he asked somebody at Make-A-Wish,
What's number 1?
Yeah. Who's ever done the most?
Yep. And he's like, all right, great. I'm taking the next 3 weeks off.
He might have become as big of a deal in wrestling as he did solely to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he's,
and we've talked about it before.
He's a very driven individual.
And he didn't want to go heel because of a lot of his kid fan base, which is nice. And generally, like, I like watching his reaction videos when, like, he meets fans and stuff like that. Like, he's a good, I would say he's a decent man in an indecent time.
No, yeah. One of my favorite John Cena quotes ever was someone asking him about turning heel, becoming a bad guy. And he was like, well, why should I do that?
Yeah.
So like I should break the heart of that kid in the front row.
Yeah.
So you can clap for me.
Yeah.
Because like for the longest time people booed him.
Yeah.
Because he was a boring good guy, but if he went bad, all the people that booed him would have just started cheering for him. Like, they would have been so excited.
But we've watched, I never watched Total Divas with him on it because I didn't watch wrestling during that time. But me and your brother have discussed the Mr. Cena character where he's very stern, he's very disciplined, he sets rules. He's never impolite, but the tone he uses, he does the disappointed dad tone. That should have been a character in itself, Mr. Cena, because, all right, there's a video gone on.
They should bring him back at some point as like an authority figure at WWE.
Just be disappointed.
And he could just go back and discipline all the wrestlers in the back. It was like, oh, Mr. Cena, Mr. Cena.
And some of my favorite clips on YouTube from that show are him and oh my God, Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Just their polar opposite personalities, and I don't think that stuff is written because you could see it in their faces. Like they would not like you meet people that you respect, but you're like, I won't be friends with you. Like I won't have a drink with you. And those two have,
and it's so great is because their girlfriends at the time are sisters, so like they have to be around each other. And like they're both like amazing at their chosen profession
in different ways.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live, and he loves wrestling.
Yeah,
and to the point where you think he might not even really appreciate what John Cena does.
Yes.
But he definitely does because he loves wrestling.
Yes.
But like their approach is so different.
So different. Yeah.
And then to see John Cena like telling Daniel Bryan that, you know, bedtime's 9 o'clock. If you need to be up after 10 o'clock, you have to let me know.
You have to send him a text. He said your towels, by the way, which is insane to do at somebody's house. He's also a guy who's probably
it's his house.
Yeah, and he's probably traveled with wrestlers who do this.
I think he's traveled more than he's been in that house.
Yes, leaving wet towels on the floor. I get that rule, but that's kind of a thing. I would never set the rule. I'm a control freak as well, but I would just yell at you after for doing it and never warn you.
Well, and that's the beauty of Mr. Cena is he would never yell at you.
Yeah.
But he told you the rules beforehand. And like that's what seems the directness is part of what's so wild about it.
Because I'm disappointed because I warned you. I'm disappointed because I warned you.
But people don't communicate that way.
No.
And like he's just communicating his expectations.
We're the bad guys.
And it feels weird to see someone just like maturely be like, "Hey, I really don't like this. Could you please not do it?"
I've met people like that in my life who were actually respectful and mature, but they're an asshole for being that way. Like that's not the way, especially living in New York. That's not the way we operate. But there are two really famous clips of him. One is when Nicole, his girlfriend at the time, Nicole, had a French bulldog, and the dog bit him. And just when he turns to her and he says, "Nicole, that can't happen again." And she goes, no, I know, John. He goes, no, like, that can't happen again. And she's like, well, what do you suggest we do? And he's like, you call animal control and they remove the animal. And he's not lying. Like that's just what a person like him thinks. The other one is he gets followed around a lot. This one isn't even funny. It's a little, you do feel bad for him on some level, and then you realize he has more money than God. But some people just follow him around with a camera and he would rather you, and he says it in this video as well, like, come up and introduce yourself, shake my hand and say hello. I'm willing to give you an interview. But, like, he doesn't want to be followed. He doesn't want to be stalked. I don't think once again, his control aspect of it, he just wants there to be an understanding before it happens, you know? And I get it. But his tone is just so funny. I have a clip that just came out this week to set this up beforehand. I don't know if this YouTuber or podcaster or whatever he does, this is a theme of his. He just goes up to famous people and he starts singing. He doesn't say hello, which you already know he's breaking rule number 1, okay? He doesn't say hello. He went up to John Cena in a restaurant, and I got to try and figure out this last line. My guess is, and I need yours, is Cena's line is, "I'm not having it." But the gentleman, John Cena, is sitting down on his phone. He is wearing the Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect hat, which kind of takes away from, because you kind of are in character.
Well, you think that's the signal that it's okay to approach me? Like
if you're dressed as John Cena,
if you're wearing merch,
he's angry as if he was wearing a robe and this guy just walked into his house upset.
The restaurant's tough to like approach somebody famous because like you're sitting down, you're having a meal, like it's not the time.
It's very awkward to do, yeah. But don't meet your heroes then. Like, this guy was trying to, I think he wanted a reaction.
Well, he's also getting the reaction. That's what he's going for it.
Okay, so I'm showing you this clip right now. This is a short one here. We'll listen to it a few times because I really want to know what you think he's saying at the end. Ready? Here we go.
All along there was so
Nice to meet you. Would you like to sing now?
Yes. Because I sing to everyone.
Okay, then. I'm not buying what you're
Okay, thank you. Isn't it just so pretty?
There's no hello at all. And if you see him look down, like, why am I doing this today?
Nice to meet you. He has to take a moment to
Digest the information.
Because I sing to everyone.
He just completely disarmed the guy.
I'm not buying what you're selling.
Okay, thank you.
The wildness of John Cena introducing himself to everybody.
Yeah.
That, hi, I'm John.
Yeah.
Like, I find that very disarming. Like, I know who you are.
But that's why he's doing it, Rob.
Yeah,
He's
no, I know.
doing. He's,
That's what I'm
he's,
saying.
he's knocking you down a peg right off the rip, dude. Right off the rip. The thing about it too is, he definitely is a man who does not want to be the butt of a joke at all. And that look he gives him, mind you, it's so like it's not disgust. Disappointment's probably the best word for it, but for him to even ask me, he's like, "So this is what you do?" Like, he's very good at asking a question and saying more in the question than he is with just being like, "Oh, so your life's mission is to just go around and sing and irritate people," and he decides to just be like, "So this is what you do?" Okay, I'm not having it. I can't figure out that last line. I really do. It's somewhere he does say I'm not, so I'm assuming the end of it is having it. But that almost seems too rude for how he would say it. So if anybody knows that line, what he does say at the end, I would love to know.
I'm not having it.
I'm not having it, but that's what I heard there. So I will send you John Cena. I'm sure this is not the last time this is going to happen. So we love you, John, by the way. Forever, John. Also, to catch up in the week a little bit, I do have two things I wanted to discuss as well. Have you heard any rumors about Lord of the Rings before I tell you the rumor?
The new video game or the new series of movies? Which one are you talking about?
Wow, God damn it, we don't have enough time. I did hear there's a new open world Lord of the Rings game that's going to come out. We will talk about that in a later date. We can't. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it except that it's.
I'm just excited. Yeah, this should be good.
So you're talking about the search for Gollum, the new movie.
Apparently
new trilogy.
New trilogy. Do you know who's rumored to be writing it with Peter Jackson, and his daughter's writing it with him?
No, I don't.
I wasn't as shocked because I know he is the biggest fan of Lord of the Rings, and he reads.
Is it Stephen Colbert?
It's Stephen Colbert.
I mean, he'll treat the material with respect. But that's a double-edged sword, though, because you might get an hour's worth of singing in Elvish. You know, like
you think he'll try and kick it up a notch? You're saying
he loves that shit. Like all the stuff that we've talked about that was like why Lord of the Rings is kind of hard to read. He loves that stuff.
He went toe to toe with somebody. One of his guests. I seen the clip before. He knows the Elvish names. He knows.
Yeah. I think he speaks Elvish. Like
that would be amazing.
Like the way some people like speak Klingon from Star Trek. I think if you've got untranslated text of Elvish,
he could read it.
I think you should take it to Stephen Colbert.
So if there's a man to write it, he is the guy to write it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I've never seen anything that he's written.
That's true. You know? That is true.
I'm sure he's written some of his comedy, right?
The other big fan of Lord of the Rings, Ethan Hawke. Do you know he got kicked out of the premiere of the movie?
No.
So it was this is when he wasn't even that big. This was post Training Day, but nowhere near where he is now.
After Gattaca, after
I'm guessing
Day,
this is probably somewhere around.
I feel like this is the height of his powers. But anyway,
Fellowship came out probably right after Training Day. I'm assuming right around that time. But he was yelling out during the his views of the movie in the middle of them, and they asked,
he was doing like a Cape Fear, like just
just
talking in the middle of it,
which is I would love if they remade Cape Fear but the man is a severe Lord of the Rings fan. Ethan Hawke has to play him, but I'm excited to see especially with the new stuff coming out where they are rebooting a lot of old franchises. I had a moment last night where I realized I'm getting old where we watched The Pit on HBO and they put out the trailer for the new Harry Potter as well. And my first response to her was, I'm like, they can't even wait a decent amount of time to like reboot the series. Yeah. And she said to me, she goes, how long ago do you think that ended? And right when she asked me that, I knew it was a while. And I'm like, 2018, and she goes 2011, that's when it ended. I mean, I'm excited because I do like that those movies as well, so let's give it a shot, you know. People are really upset about Snape being black, and I'm like, that's your issue with it.
It's such a weird thing too, because like it's gonna be a weird look when Harry thinks, you know, in the first like 5 books, every time there's something's wrong, he's like, it's Snape. So it's going to be just this little kid being like, that guy did it.
That guy did it.
Like that's kind of a weird look.
Yeah. But it's not actually him. It's because he's been oppressed, and his culture is that underlying theme.
Right. Well, and then you're going to find out that Harry. The reason that Snape is so mean to Harry is because his dad bullied him for years in high school for being different.
Ooh,
Like it's
we're gonna get a lot of that.
There's layers to it.
Oh, we're gonna get it. I
Like
know.
of all the characters, like if I don't know that actor, so maybe he's a great choice for it. I don't
He
know.
looks a lot like him, but so did Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm saying Snape.
I don't know that actor then at all. No.
Right. But so like he might be a great choice for it. But if I was gonna make any character in that, if I was in charge of DEI at Warner's,
Okay.
I was like, we have to diversify this cast.
Yeah.
Snape would not be the one I would choose.
Who would you choose?
Ideally, Dumbledore. Like if you're doing it just for representation, or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
it'd be Dumbledore.
A different Hagrid would be cool. It's like the guardian uncle character,
Yeah, well, he's I don't know. He's kind of a big dope. I don't know.
but make it different then.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably Sirius or Lupin.
good picks. No, I agree.
You know, your dad's best friend.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of falling into other tropes too, but like,
Yeah.
just making the guy who's like kind of the bad guy through most of the books is a weird choice.
Weird choice.
Like unless maybe that actor's just great. Like,
That's true. The other show I did want to...
Which, by the way, following up Alan Rickman, that's a tough.
That's big shoes, yeah.
Yeah,
Big shoes,
So
dude.
like, no, good luck, man.
One of the best movie villains of all time. I feel he's under... That's one where, from Die Hard, who's a better... Is Simon better in the third one, his brother, or he's the better bad guy from Die Hard?
I think it's him, but Simon's close.
Just because that movie is such a good sequel,
Hans,
you think?
yeah.
Hans is so good.
And like,
I like him as Simon better, by the way. Simon Says. I love that fucking
Well,
guy.
no, Hans is.
No, wait. Hans
Alan
is the
Rickman.
first one.
Yeah.
What is Simon's real name? You find it out.
You're right. I can't remember what it is.
Okay, we'll find that out for the next episode. We'll keep you updated. Okay.
Keep you updated on the 40-year-old movie.
Great 40-year-old movie. It's no 5 People You Met in Heaven with John Voight, by the way. But the other thing I wanted to discuss, I was very upset about. The Peaky Blinders movie is going to be coming out. And the actor Paul Anderson, who plays Arthur. Did you watch any Peaky Blinders?
I've just clips on Instagram and stuff.
It said they released...
I tried to watch it once and I didn't get through the first episode. And I know I'm wrong about it. And I
It
should
doesn't
watch
have a strong first episode, in my opinion. It's one of those shows that kicks off once Tom Hardy comes on in like the 4th episode, and he's so good on the show that he actually, spoiler alert, he dies at one point in the show, and people were so upset they just brought him back and said he survived getting shot in the head. So that's really where it dipped for me. Like it has such a huge fan base, and it is a great show. Cillian Murphy's amazing, Cillian, whatever you want to call him, it's great. But the actor Paul Anderson, who plays Arthur, the older brother on it, I myself did notice he wasn't that prevalent in the last season of the show, and he wasn't on it a lot, and I was kind of shocked because he's he plays the character Arthur so well. He's not going to be in the movie, the Immortal one, which they were talking about today. He has a bad substance abuse problem. He's been arrested a few times for this. The humor in it that I'm trying to find is, I was waiting for a lawyer to think of this amazing excuse here. He was arrested in the UK with crack and amphetamines at a bar. The lawyer claimed he was only in possession of the drugs and under the influence of them because he was researching a role. And if he is found not guilty because of that, it opens up a dangerous door for the actors in the world right now. I mean, it is. I really hope he gets. I would like. It's probably a series that they're going to do again as a movie, and again, I really hope he is in Peaky Blinders and when it comes back in the future, because he's a really great actor. We'll show you your best. Sober strong, my friend. Hope you get it together. But yes. The other 2 things I wanted to catch up on before I invade the whole topic one. I think I covered it well without doing one. I watched Marty Supreme, by the way. I'm going to start off by saying this. Timothy Chalamet has no business showing his ass in film with pride ever. He gets paddled at one point in the movie by Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary might have been the best actor in the film, by the way. He played him. He's playing a businessman. I mean, it wasn't that far of a stretch, but he paddles him to teach him a lesson, and Timothy Chalamet pulls his pants down, bare ass spanked with a ping pong paddle. How do I say this without you burying me with a comeback? He has the ass of like a 6-year-old boy. It's really like the kid has no build to him. Like he has a very like millennial like tone to him. Like there's nothing on him. No fat, no muscle. It's no business showing your ass at all, or balls swinging when he gets hit. It's really uncomfortable.
Jesus.
He goes down on Gwyneth Paltrow in the movie, which it doesn't. He seems so young. I talked about this in Dune when he had a sex scene in Dune with Zendaya. You're like, these two both look like they're 13. This should be illegal to watch, and they just keep pushing it. That.
I mean, he's in his 30s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God bless him. He looks like he's 21, but yeah, it's just it's very difficult to watch him do any sex scene because he does look so young. I mean, he's a similar type to like DiCaprio, where DiCaprio always looked younger than he was.
Yeah.
I mean, I always have that problem too. That's why me and DiCaprio, people mistake us all the time. But Marty Supreme overall, I feel was a good movie. I dislike some of the stuff that people really love about it. The Safdie brothers have this theme of chaos that happened in like 3 of their really big movies. Have you seen Good Time?
I love Good Time.
All right, Good Time. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's the Safdie brothers too?
Yeah.
So they just love movies where guys are running, huh?
Running and spiraling out of control. Like they obviously they really like the movie Run Lola Run, and it's a big. I mean, who doesn't? That's a great fucking movie.
Right. I wish someone had told me that about Uncut Gems. That makes me more likely to watch it because it's the same guys. As
It's
Good
an
Time.
anxiety attack the entire movie. This one is
Good
less.
Times is the same way.
Good Time is also, but how do I say? This?
I'm dying to dye my hair like Robert Pattinson in that movie.
The reason I feel Uncut Gems was more of an anxiety attack is because the theme in Marty Supreme and in Good Time, you kind of have to. It was very secular. Like you have to really like. I connected more with Uncut Gems because I feel more people could become like gambling addiction is something that's more relatable than having an acid problem and robbing a bank with your disabled brother, and in having an anxiety attack about making the world championship ping pong tournament in Japan, but you also are in debt up to your eyeballs. I mean, they're great, but I would also like they're great at that genre of film, and they started it. I do feel Sean Baker, who did the movie Annette, that won the Oscar last year about the Russian stripper Honora. I'm sorry, thank you. That's why I have you in my life, my friend. I believe he ripped off their theme entirely and won an Oscar with it. I mean, Honora's a great. Me and Jess watched that and we really liked it, but I feel it was the same tone of a Safdie brothers movie, just chaos. It's a good.
I can see it. Yeah.
I just don't want to watch I don't want every one of their movies to be that. Like Tarantino, not every one of his movies is exactly the same with a similar thing, but they're the best at it. I'll give them it. But overall, it was an excellent movie. It had one of my favorite lines of all time, which I looked up that Kevin O'Leary, he's always going to take credit for it, but he wrote off the cuff. They improv'd it. At the end of the movie, Marty has like the upper hand on him, and they're going back and forth the whole movie with like business deals and screwing each other over. And Marty is happy because he gets the one up on him in a way. I don't want to ruin it because it is still out very much and it is on Prime. But Kevin O'Leary looks at him because Marty has this face like an arrogant kid that got the one up on him, and he goes, "You think you intimidate me?" He goes, "I'm a vampire. I was born in 1601. You know how many Marty Supremes there have been in my life?" And it's not that he is a vampire. He's just saying like you can't. It was the gang. It was such a gangster way of saying like you can't even touch me. Like I'm not of this world. And it was such a good line. But overall, I did like the movie. I do feel he got snubbed for that Oscar. It was my favorite Timothée Chalamet acting performance. The guy just doesn't like opera or ballet, and that really fucked him over. But that was good. The Good Lord Bird with Ethan Hawke, I recommend watching. The story and the life and story of John Brown. Phenomenal. I do feel some miniseries are so good that it kind of is a detriment to them that it wasn't a movie. Like, have you ever watched a series that they made it like on Netflix or Prime and you're like, this would have been Best Picture if it was just a movie.
Right.
But instead they make it a TV show. I recommend both of those strongly. And then I do want to move into the topic of 28 years later, The Bone Temple, the sequel.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the first remake, 28 years later. One, because I feel there was multiple stories going on in that movie. This one, it is very linear, and you are following him through one specific period, I guess, in this trilogy that's coming out. I would have liked it more if the first one wasn't the complete opposite of that, where you were following multiple characters and their stories and in different spots in the universe in which it is. This one was very linear. I feel it was more cartoony. There was a lot more humor to it. And I'm going to do a spoiler alert at this point. Is that okay? Or do you plan on watching this? Am I really hurting you?
I have this idea that I'm going to watch it, but I haven't seen any of the 28 Days movies since 28 Days. So
Okay. How do I do this without ruining everything? I'm just gonna do it. It's your job.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you're an adult. You'll figure it out. You'll get through
I'll
it.
still watch Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph
walking around being a
Fiennes-
fucking weirdo.
Ralph Fiennes is a doctor in the first one that is excluded from the community that the little boy lives in because he's eccentric to say the least, and he, after anybody who dies or one of the rage virus zombies dies, he takes the body, boils it down, and takes the bones, and he makes this bone temple out of it. It's
I mean, just in the trailers and stuff, it is a striking image.
It is. It's very cool. It is cool. He has a weird relationship with the zombies. He lives like a recluse by himself, and the zombies in his community kind of they stay away from him for some weird reason. In this one, he cures the rage virus, and I don't like that. He finds out the cure because this alpha zombie keeps coming into his camp every time he tranquilizes him with morphine. So what he does is he's getting that zombie addicted to morphine,
Okay.
which cures the rage virus because it's taking him out of his mind and calming him. He noticed slowly, like they dance together naked. There's a lot of weird symbolism in it. Duran Duran is a huge, like he listens to Duran Duran records with the zombie and they dance naked in the fire. They were really shooting for the moon on it. Like they really,
sounds like it, yeah.
I mean, Ralph Fiennes is amazing in everything he's in. I think he might be one of the most underrated actors of all time. But he cures the rage virus with just a mix of different medications that he's collected in the community throughout his however long this has been, 28 years later since. And he does it in like 30 minutes. Like he just like writes down notes, crunches up a little bit of, little Ativan, little this, little that, and he gives it to the zombie and it comes back totally cured. That's not the way I wanted that to go at all. I feel it cheapens that. Like they're rated the best zombies out of any zombie film of all time.
Yeah, I mean, they're terrifying. Like,
but to cure it with just a little Tylenol and crushed up morphine really, really upsets me.
yeah, I mean, but so is the zombie back to who he was before, or is he like a new person?
That's a great question. They leave it open ended to where he's still changing at the end, but he's like, I would say he's 40% better, and he starts speaking again. And that character, also the one from Sinners, the one who's playing Jimmy Crystal in this, he's a great actor. I feel they gave us.
Oh, is he the Irish guy from Sinners? Is that Jimmy?
Yes, that's Jimmy.
Oh, I didn't even recognize him.
Yes, he's really good in it, but they kind of gave you too much of the bad guy. Like they wanted you to think of the reason he was so cool in that ending scene in the first one is you know nothing about him, and then all the fan theories about why he's like this and his father was murdered, all this cool stuff, and they cheapen his character too. Also, I will say this: Danny Boyle pulled a J.J. Abrams, where he directed the first one and then he handed it off. Yeah. The handoff is very different because Danny Boyle is also a very hard style to replicate. You can't just do that. And this, I feel like, is the straight to DVD version of what they could do for a sequel. Like, you ever see a sequel in Hollywood Video back in the day, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know they put this out.
Yeah.
I feel if this was back in the day, this is what would have happened.
Right.
I'm curious.
But it has Ralph Fiennes and it has like a full production behind it. Like,
Ralph Fiennes is the majority of the film.
Yeah.
And in the first one, I feel he's. I thought you were doing thunder noises.
No, that's not me.
Don't shoot anybody, Tony. Look at his face. You saw
I
that?
think the latest comedian they killed has just been rolled down the.
There's a French fry delivery in the back right now as we're talking. But overall, I would get if I gave the first remake, 28 years later, a 3.5 out of 5. This is a 2-3, my friend. 2-3.
2-3.
2-3, and a lot of that I just spit all the way across the room. Sorry.
That's fine.
Spoiler alert: Cillian Murphy is in the last 30 seconds of this movie, and you're so upset with. I was so upset from watching the movie that when he finally showed up, I'm like, "This is when you show up." Like this, I wanted it at the end of the first one,
right?
I'm curious to see where they go with it. I want to know. I don't know. It's one of those things. I also heard they shot all three of them relatively close to each other so they could pump them out one at a time, but I think they were on a small break in between this one and the third one, how far they're going to go with it. So but did you watch 28?
I haven't watched anything since 28 Days.
I think you should just keep it that way.
No, that's kind of how I felt. Like I was excited to see 28 years later, and then it just kind of passed me by, and then and I just haven't seen it, so it's fine.
I think I'm doing you our biggest favor.
I watch so much zombie stuff. I think I'm still zombied out. I still have zombie fatigue.
No, zombie fatigue is a real thing, especially now.
Yeah. Well, and like it was 10 years ago, and I just haven't gotten over it yet.
Do you know, like, people love The Walking Dead? That's a hard show to binge watch if you didn't watch it episodically, because it's a lot of the same thing over. Yeah.
That's kind of why I stopped watching it, because it was the same thing
over and over and over again. But overall, I will watch the third one when it does come out, obviously, because Cillian, Killian. What is it? Is it Killian or Cillian?
It's the Irish pronunciation.
Killian.
I'm not sure which one it is.
It's one of those two?
Yeah.
We'll find that out for next week, folks.
I think it's Cillian.
You think it's Cillian?
I think so, but I'm not
Either
sure.
one sounds really cool. That's the fucking problem. But I caught you up on my week there, buddy.
Yeah. So speaking of doing the same thing over again, my topic for the week was Project Hail Mary, which was a movie came out last week. It was Ryan Gosling and mostly just Ryan Gosling. But so did you see The Martian?
Yes.
So Project Hail Mary is The Martian was Andy Weir's first book. Project Hail Mary is his third book.
Okay.
Is
Is it a sequel or it's
no?
Oh, okay.
I think it would have been years ago.
Okay.
But it's not. But imagine this: it's this really likable guy who's stuck alone, figuring stuff out.
Okay.
So, like, if you like The Martian, you're gonna like Project Hail Mary, because even I like Ryan Gosling more than Matt Damon.
But I agree.
But it's a lot of Ryan Gosling by himself. But like, it's the basic story is a guy wakes up in a weird medical bed, and in a room, and doesn't know where he is or who he is,
Sounds like another movie we just talked about.
and figures stuff out from there. And going into it, it's Andy Weir. He's in space. Mm-hmm. And then the whole movie is him figuring out why he's there and what he's doing. Mm-hmm. But it's really good. It's really good.
Better than The Martian.
I like it more than The Martian, but
Are you weighing that in because you like Gosling more, you think?
yeah, well, I think I find him more charming. I think so. His character is Rayland Grace, and I find Rayland Grace to be. I like the character more than I like Mark Watney from The Martian.
He also has a cooler name.
The guy in The Martian, like, it's part of the plot is that he's funny.
Yes.
And like he part of the reason that he got chosen to go to Mars was for like morale, and like he would keep his crew in good spirits.
Okay.
And just sometimes it's a bit much.
Okay.
And like this is Project Hail Mary. It's funny the same way The Martian is.
Yeah.
But like they never tell you that Grace is a funny guy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he just is. And then it seems like Ryan Gosling improv'd a lot on set by himself.
Yeah, he's a very funny person.
So like, and they kind of in the book he's funny and charming, but like Ryan Gosling kind of like turns that way up.
Yeah.
But it's great to watch, and it's weird to talk about just because he has amnesia. Like everything in it feels like a spoiler, even like the things that happen in the first like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because he's figuring it out, and you're kind of supposed to figure it out too. Mm-hmm. And then there's a big thing that they spoiled in the trailers that happens. So, but I feel like I shouldn't talk about it. But if it's in the trailer, just talk about it. It's our job.
This is a movie I'm going to watch, but yeah, describe what's going on. Go ahead.
So he meets somebody in space.
Okay. I know you're gonna say.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's really the point of the movie.
Yeah.
And that relationship. And like the way they do it is really great. Like I don't know how to describe it. So he meets an alien, right?
Okay.
And
Is it an M. Night Shyamalan alien, or it's like a
in the book he's described as a spider. In the movie I would describe him as a crab. Like he's a little
Wait a
guy
minute.
with a bunch of legs.
Is this a direct ripoff of the Adam Sandler movie that came out?
So I think the Adam Sandler movie ripped off the book.
Really?
I think so. Because the alien thing is very similar.
Wow, you really? Because I actually enjoyed that movie with Adam Sandler.
Right. No, because it's great. But I think they were just doing Project Hail Mary.
Wow.
And they got it out faster somehow. I don't really know how that happened. I have to look into the bit about when production started. on
Yeah,
this,
no,
'cause-
please look. That's
'cause
nuts.
That's one of those
Tony?
things that they put out the same
sir.
movie.
If you were not, what is the Adam Sandler movie with the alien?
I can't remember. Is it Solo? Is it?
All right, wait,
Solitude?
because this
Something-
is just a huge point for this discussion here. All right, Adam Sandler movie in space. Google, and then I just need the year on that one.
I mean, it came out what 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Spaceman?
yeah, Spaceman. Yeah,
2024.
they could have gone in production at similar times.
Right. I mean, I think the book came out before that. So,
Wow, they really ripped it off. Thank you, Tony. Wow,
but that wasn't theatrically released, was it? That was.
straight to Netflix. I
Yeah.
think.
I'm pretty sure
That was part of his deal. I think.
Oh, that would make sense.
That
So
would-
right, so maybe Adam Sandler read the book and just decided to do it.
Is it-
That's actually funny too. They pick another like funny, kind of charming guy and put him in space with a bug.
Yeah.
If you like The Martian, I'd go see Project Hail Mary. It's great.
So just to get back to this initially, do you think it was like Weir wrote it intending for it to be a sequel, like that he's another astronaut that was sent out, like
I think.
same universe technically, no pun intended?
I mean, there's no mention of being the same. They don't mention ever going to Mars in Project Hail Mary. I don't think.
Okay.
So like, it's definitely the first time they've done a space travel like that big. I'm trying to think. So in the book he specifically talks about the troubles of going to Mars and like.
But he never mentions another character's
No,
name where
no,
they
no.
connect it. Okay.
So,
So,
like,
it
I
could
don't-
be, but it's not. yet.
It's not really.
It's
no.
not really.
It's only connected because it's
It's-
how Andy Weir writes. I think.
Okay.
And he's just a guy who likes science. I think.
I've never read any of his books. I've seen the movie, but my stepfather's a huge fan of his books. He always recommends reading them.
Yeah.
I might have to.
The Martian was really good, and then I like Project Hail Mary even more.
I might put this on tonight.
I didn't even. I thought Project Hail Mary was his second book, but it's his third. Now I want to go back and read Artemis because they're also making a movie out of that now. I think.
This guy's just cashing in right now.
I mean, yeah,
Wow. Good for Andy Weir. Man.
yeah, good for him. I mean, you put two movies about a guy alone in space, and they're both like really good and big hits. Like that's good for you, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That theme has been done, and those hits are big for that. I mean, all the way from Kubrick with 2001,
Yeah.
and then I know you hate this reference because you don't like the actor, but Moon.
Right.
That theme has been done, but
Yeah.
it tends to be you.
I mean, I've watched all of them.
you would think as a writer, you'd be like, I don't have enough to work with there, but they surprisingly do.
Right, and I think what makes the Andy Weir one special is that there's a lot of heart in it. Because, like, you say what you want about.
Is someone fucking with me today? Is someone really fucking with me
Do
today?
not disturb.
Do you understand how many phone calls I never get calls between this time, any other time during the fucking week? I swear to you. I swear to you, because I get ready. Normally, I'm like,
Maybe it was a fan calling in live.
yeah. Oh, I can't wait to scream at that person. If you knew, my sister called in the middle of the last episode, and I yelled at her as if she like was my my assistant. Like you know when I'm on the clock. I'm sorry about that, Rob.
That's okay. So, do you.
You got a call too.
No,
He was calling you.
I just tried calling you.
So, we're running short on time. Do you want to get through Justin Timberlake now, or do you want
Yeah, no. I wrote down the start time. We're okay. Don't tell me. Are we running late on time? We're good, Tony. Okay. All right. That was a great recommendation. I definitely am adding that to my list to watch. Is that a Prime or that's a Netflix movie?
right now, it's just in theaters.
Fuck. I got to pay $20 to watch it at home.
Well,
I have a big problem with that lately.
I paid $10 to see it in the movie theater.
I'm paying $20 to watch it. I've been
That's
doing that
wild.
way too much. They throw that option out now, like if $40 and you can watch it at home, and I'm like, fuck.
I've started just going to the movie theater at like 10:30 at night on a Wednesday. We get half price, and I'm alone, and it's great. I love it.
Nobody's in the theater, really?
No,
It's sad.
No one goes to the movie theaters anymore,
it-
and it makes me want to go to the movie theater.
I was having a discussion with one of my other friends about it, that the movie theater is going to become the Blockbuster and the Hollywood Video and the mall of us. Like, we're going to lose malls. We're going to be old people talking about what malls were like
Yeah.
and movie theaters. And it's sad. I love movie theaters. I don't want them to go away. Same thing with Blockbuster. But I don't give a shit enough to not watch the movie in bed.
So the AMC at Roosevelt Field,
Yeah.
they don't take cash anymore. I walked in there with
I'm gonna be honest
$30
with you.
in cash, and they wouldn't take it from me.
The fact that you could have $30 in cash on you, I'm fucking shocked.
Really? Like,
I haven't seen a bill in a long time. Long time, my friend. But, all right, my topic here. I want to discuss this. Before we get into it, I'm going to discuss the arrest of Justin Timberlake, his DWI. I have a few questions for you because you're an insider in one of these realms here. Ready? Not the DWI. Don't shake your head like that. It was in Sag Harbor, and I wanted to know about because you're a bougie, waspy East Ender.
Yeah, in the North Fork, though.
We'll go right into it then.
Different.
You're a Greenportite? What's the word for somebody who descends from people from Greenport?
Yeah, I guess.
Greenportian? Whatever?
Yeah, Orienter.
Sag Harbor is a very similar community where, like, on Long Island, I think of Sag Harbor, Greenport, Montauk as like they're like three separate clubs in a way. Sag Harbor is, would you say, is more bougie than Greenport? Like, you could be.
Yeah. Well, so
that was fast, Tony.
Did
you hear how fast he answered that?
The North Fork for the longest time was like the much more down to earth version. It's become the South Fork, but for like the longest time, it was very separate worlds.
We're the real East Enders in a way.
Yeah, right. Not all those rich pukes.
And then what happened is the rich pukes realized that and it became cool.
And they built all the vineyards and stuff, and they got rid of all the potato farms, and now you go to the North
Timberlake's getting DWIs,
well, and you could afford to go to the bachelor parties on the North Fork, so it became much more touristy.
Yeah, my bachelor party will be in the East End, so get ready for a thunderstorm, my friend. Speaking of bachelor parties and future DWIs here, all right. So Justin Timberlake got pulled over in Sag Harbor. This was a few months ago, and the arrest video was just released, and there's a lot of backlash on it. I look at it from the comedic standpoint of I don't think it's that, like, everybody's really shocked by it, and I think it's because it's Justin Timberlake that it makes it so, like the guy can't have one too many. Like, I will say this
it's not the worst DWI I've ever seen.
It's really not, but he's reacting to it like it is, and that's part of the thing.
Yeah, he's not happy about getting arrested.
But all right, I get it. All right, we're gonna go into this right away. Then, like,
he doesn't go Mel Gibson or anything. Like, he doesn't freak out.
Can you imagine if that DWI happened, like, in the last 5 years, the video of that? I think about that all the time because he's notorious for that DWI and what he said, and you're only going by hearsay of what the police are saying he said. And I could only imagine if that was on camera, what it was. The Nick Nolte one, too. You know the famous picture of Nick Nolte after his DWI? Yeah. Oh, my God. It was...
Justin Timberlake, he's respectful the whole time. He doesn't argue.
Did you watch some of these clips already?
I saw some of the body games.
Okay. Stuff. He is respectful the whole time, but he does very similar. This is why I also wanted to talk about it. He has a disappointed tone like John Cena does with some of these. His big line in it just makes me angry. The first point I'm going to make about this DWI is, how do I say it? He's a millionaire. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't live in New York. That's not his home residence. A DWI, he's reacting as if one of our friends, I think, would, or I would, or you would, to a DWI. Like, it's earth-shattering, okay? Yeah. Worst, even if they threw the book at him, okay, and took his license away for the full year, and he lost his job. Like, you're a musician. How often are you actually driving yourself anyway? You're a multimillionaire several times over. He's really, really, like, I don't know if it's the fact that because he's such an innocent guy in the sense that, like, he's getting arrested, what I'm maybe a little desensitized to. Like, hey, buddy, this is not a big deal. You know, like, you're going to beat this rap, no problem.
Misdemeanor Dewey. Like,
Misdemeanor Dewey. First of all, he refuses to blow, which means automatically he loses his license in New York, okay, for a year. So off the bat, he's not blowing. He refused the chemical test right off the bat, okay? He also doesn't live here. So, like, he could still drive in the state. He could still drive in Tennessee. He could still drive in L.A. Like, just don't. I'm not going to blow up your spot here.
I think most of the people in Tennessee have a Dewey.
Yeah, it comes with the license, yeah. There are some of my friends, I won't say who they are, who have gotten traffic tickets in certain cities in the state they live in and just haven't returned to that city ever again.
That's a wild choice.
I don't... The anxiety attack Justin Timberlake would have getting a speeding ticket, and you know. So, all right, the first video I'm going to show you, and we are going to react to it, which I texted to you, which you were very upset about. We'll move on past it, okay?
So I do want to say just my favorite reaction in the video is the officer telling him why he's being pulled over. It's like, oh, you're kind of swerving.
Yeah.
And his reaction of just, yeah. Sorry about that. Like, it is.
He has these soft, cute lines. Like it's like it's
Sorry about that.
like.
So the reason for the stop is because
First of all, cocaine eyes.
off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Look how upset he is.
Sorry about that.
Is this
Yeah,
your vehicle?
sorry
Whose
about that.
vehicle is it?
Yeah, I just saw a rental.
It's a rental? Okay. Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box?
I mean, I would think
What are you visiting?
the worst part about this is that we're now all watching this.
What are
You know what I
doing?
mean? Like,
Well, this is
as-
we're gonna get into this too because he's suing for this, and we're gonna have a discussion about what you should feel should be released. When they ask him, "What are you doing here?" and this is another adorable thing this man does.
World tour.
World tour, and then I've never been that drunk that I've forgotten who I was. He could just say I'm Justin Timberlake. You see him think about it.
Well,
I'm Justin Timberlake.
I'm Justin Timberlake.
I think that's the thing.
what's
He's.
Justin Timberlake.
I think he's trying to be like, I'm Justin Timberlake, but he doesn't want to be like, hey man, I'm Justin Timberlake. Don't you know? Who I
No,
am?
you could see I agree with you. You could see the thought process. Like, how do I say who I am?
Without sounding like an asshole.
Yeah. Now, my favorite line is this one coming up.
Oh yeah.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000.
All right, that's all good.
Here it comes.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
I think nice guy.
I think that's what he failed the test. That's when the cop goes, oh, this guy's drunk.
I've seen other Dewey videos where people say that. They're like, these are just.
Oh yeah. Well, have you ever tried to do them sober? They're hard.
But
They're not easy
it's
to
almost
do.
like they thought of a test that's so hard that they could just use against you,
Yeah.
right? Okay, those are the adorable lines of it. This is where I'm going to get a little angry here. Okay. Here's this one. And we got to go into his old lady friend, by the way. This is where he gets irritated after they...
Boys treat me like I'm a criminal.
I don't want to say that because, I mean, you're being arrested, so for listening to your DWI,
He fixes his hair before they walk up.
understand that we got to do
Yeah, I
our thing.
appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had one martini and I followed my friends home.
He does a good...
I appreciate you boys for doing your job.
I appreciate you boys doing your job. In the
White?
demeaning line.
I'm just kidding.
That was another great line. Hold on, I'm going to rewind this.
I don't get that joke.
I'll tell you what it means.
White? I'm just kidding.
Cops laugh at him for it. I think he's in a state of where, once again, he is under the influence. I mean, well, allegedly.
One
under
martini.
One martini, and he followed his friends home. I feel like he gets upset at times. That's a lot of the being drunk, if he is, which in my opinion, he is.
I mean, he's in a frustrating situation.
He's in a frustrating situation. So I noticed he's saying the bad things almost when they walk away, when he's like reflecting in the moment. Like, you boys are treating me like, he calls them boys, which is, oh my God. Which, once again, I could think of this. I don't look at Justin Timberlake as anything older than 25. They may be children in his eyes because they might be 20-year-old cops. But him saying, you're treating me like a criminal is just... Wow, I kind of respect it. The guy's never been arrested before because you're treated like that because you got arrested for a crime.
Well, yeah. Well, you did a crime, so
They
you are.
also take him into a drunk tank or like a cell. And I have a friend who is a police officer. I will not say his name. And I did call him immediately once I saw it. And I said, I don't think I could have done that, like gone in that room. It's so small and I'm claustrophobic. And he gave me the best line ever. He's like, well, you don't have a choice in the matter. You don't turn into Tom Hardy and Bronson there.
Yeah,
It's not. But overall, so the other one I wanted to discuss here is this. You brought this up a little bit here. I mean, I do feel bad for the guy, and this is what we will go into here.
Sir,
I'm always confused by the celebrity Deweys. Why are you driving?
It sounds so easy to say.
I know you can't call an Uber. Like you.
Yeah, but it's easier said. Like, how many times, like, initially, like, I'll be honest with things, like, there's, even after one or two drinks, you buy, like, a 2-drink is basically a .08. You should not drive a car. You shouldn't. And it's so much easier said on a Thursday afternoon when we're literally drinking Poland Spring here. I have people in my life who the getting the keys away from them is really a struggle, and it's sad. But some people have to learn on their own, and I think some people think of it as like a macho thing, like a masculine thing, like I'm going to be driving. But this is where they're at now
Well,
in
a
the
little
case.
birdie told me rates are taking a dip. which means that dream home.
Buy a
will
home
be
at
there
Realtor.com,
forever.
by the way.
Don't
We're
let
doing
someone else
free
beat
ads.
you to
What are you
it.
doing?
Justin Timberlake is trying to block the release of the video tied to his DUI arrest.
So Timberlake is suing the village of Sag Harbor in New York and its police department, saying releasing the video would devastate his privacy and reveal intimate, highly personal, and sensitive details. The total footage runs about 8 hours and includes the traffic stop, police questioning, and his arrest. Timberlake was arrested last year. He was
this was
sentenced
last
to
year.
a
I thought it was a few
$500
months ago.
fine, 25
I think
hours
it
of
was like
community
last summer.
service, and a 90-day suspension of his license.
So he got a small fine, and they suspended his license for 90 days, and then he goes to court, and they'll squash this. They'll do community service, something like that. But it does bring up a point, and I've thought about this before too. I understand the Freedom of Information Act, and that you can do a FOIA request to get like anybody's body cam footage of an arrest. This is a deeper discussion because part of me feels that I should not be able to, like, if you got arrested, just be able to pull up your
Mine.
Yeah. And it's like mug shots too are the same way, you know, and I don't think it's going to go far at all because it would set a precedent that you could then just sue anytime they release body cam footage. But maybe we should get to a point where, case depending, like the people who are necessary to need that information. Because now look, that video got blown up all over the internet over the last week, and it's kind of funny that he thinks that really ruined his image because it didn't. But it also shows you maybe he's that good a guy. It's like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, you know, with all the stuff going on with celebrities now.
Right. If you had asked me before what Justin Timberlake would act like getting pulled over for a DUI, I would have thought he would be a huge asshole.
He was really nice.
Yeah.
Even his joke about when he looks at the paperwork, Rob was asking this before, and he turns to his paperwork, looks at the cop and goes, "White?" And he has this stone cold face on. The cop goes, and he goes, "I'm just kidding." It just shows you, like, I think if he wasn't, like, maybe because of the state he was in, he was, like, you're judging a man's decisions based on where he was at currently in that mindset. And half of him you see as being a nice guy, half of him is a little, like, sarcastic dick, like, you're treating me like a criminal. Like, it's a tough call, dude. It really is. I mean, there's a lot worse celebrity videos I've seen out there that guys could have sued for, to get Ray Rice alone knocking his wife unconscious. Diddy could have had a field day then with this whole documentary that came out about him, which I assume he's going to sue for. He'll find some reason to sue for that. But it kind of made me like Justin Timberlake a little more.
Yeah, me too.
It made him like a real dude. Like, you know, all right, cool. I grew up on Long Island. I know what it's like. We also live in a really bad place for DWIs, where the penalty is very, very strict, which he did not get, you know, and like it's more relatable to the guy. Like, hey, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah. Mind you, if he would have hit a kid, this would have been a whole different tone.
Yeah.
And DWIs are a weird. It's a weird thing like that because it's a crime that most people have committed. I feel if you are a drinker, and it makes you reflect on it. But now with this YouTube stuff where you could look up people's, I feel it's stopped me from, I'm like, yep, I do not want to get on camera getting arrested. I could only imagine, like, seeing me in some of the states I've been. Like,
right. And you trying to not get put in that little room.
Oh, no one put C in the corner. No one put C in the corner. But I hope it does work out for the guy. I don't think he should have sued for that, or he's going to win on that. But overall, the guy made a mistake, and it's out of a celebrity mistake. I feel it's probably the
it's low on the totem pole.
Compared to Mel Gibson and Robert Downey Jr. I think they found him asleep in his neighbor's house off a bender in a kid's room, naked. Imagine that body cam video if that existed. Like, and that guy's Iron Man, Mr. Squeaky Clean.
You'll be fine, Justin Timberlake.
Yep. But before we exit here, we did get some news here. Tony, if you want to talk about, announce your guests for next Wednesday, who they're going to be.
Wednesday? Which Wednesday? Wednesday, April 8th. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show that's here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast at 11 a.m. Christian and Rob are going to join me that day. I do have a co-host. His name is Mike, who's there on Wednesdays as well. So, looking forward to you guys coming in, having some laughs. We'll promote this show. And it's nice to have you guys on.
Awesome.
It's great to be here, Governors.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Do we have to think of topics for that episode also?
if you wanted to, if you want to give a little demonstration, you can.
Yeah.
But I have stuff already, kind of, the wheels are already spinning for you guys.
Yeah, I don't want to think any more than we have to on Wednesday.
You mentioned Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a little something that has something in common with him.
You're not going to push Jesus Christ on us or anything, right?
Is he a big Jesus guy?
He's a big Catholic, yeah. Yeah, he
Oh.
loves God. That's more embarrassing than the Justin Timberlake arrest.
Watch out for that lightning.
Yeah, here we go.
No, it is not that, but yeah, something that
Awesome.
something Colbert related.
Well, we're excited, and this is our first episode up on the Governor's Podcast YouTube, and you could be downloading us Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. I have all of them written down, but I really don't feel like saying all of them. Those really
Wherever you get podcasts.
Wherever you get podcasts from. So, Rob, why don't you take us on out?
See you later, kiddo.
See you later, bud.
Hang on, you're still on. Hang on.
We're fuck. Oh no! Oh shit!
Topic 4. Topic 4.
Yes.
Go through the notebook.
Now you're out.